Somebody save me from washing my car. Live. What's up, everybody? Back in the studio. Back. How's it going? How's it going? I got a microphone, so it's a lot easier. James, Chris, Sam, what's up? Bobby, how you doing, sir? Matt, AK, Rico, Chingy. Here's what I got. So I'm testing a product here. Let's go over the first one. All right, waterless wash. Okay, the goal of the waterless wash is to be able to cut it 1-to-1 so it's dilutable. At 1-to-1, I mean, it's perfect on glass, but when you don't cut it, you get extreme cleaning, extreme gloss, extreme slickness, and some protection left behind. I think that's a great waterless wash. So I have that in my arsenal. What's up, Kim? How's everybody doing? Adamo? Yeah, we did some Josh. That's Josh tests. This is our stuff. And then I got Loki, what could be considered V2. So when I think about Loki, right? Can you guys hear me, by the way? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Yeah, we're gonna test this waterless wash. So the intent of it is slickness, gloss, cleans. Slickness, gloss, cleans. The benchmark being Defy. Yeah, everyone. All right, cool. So, and then I was like, what my issue was with Loki was that whole foamed, no matter how the dilution was. So in the bucket, it didn't give you rinseless wash vibes, but everything else about it was totally insane. 5-to-1, 20-to-1, right? When I say insane, I'm thinking cleaning. So I have a mixture here. I have it in my bucket diluted 256-to-1. Watch this. Watch. So I have in my bucket. So you can see in the bucket, right? It's not foamy. Like, it's already diluted. You see the sponge? You remember before, the sponge will aerate way too much. So you get some cap on top, but you get no foam in the sponge. So that's a perfect thought of what I wanted. So let me get some towels. We're gonna do some waterless wash cleaning. Get some dirty towels here. And then we're gonna foam it on to see if it foams. Now, what Loki has to do well is Loki in a foam cannon has to foam. Now, I don't want to have to use 12 ounces because it becomes a false economy. So I need to foam the same dilutions it was foaming before. If that makes sense. How can I make? I just have to make it better in the things that we have to fix. You know what I'm talking about? Or I want to fix, and I have to fix because it's a great product. So let's test waterless wash first. This is still in testing production. We're not in production yet. And there's some things that we wanted to do well, some things that we wanted to do less. So number one, let's test it here. I want it to foam in a sprayer and foam cannon. So now, what if come on, baby. What if the waterless wash could darken wheels, but clean it? What if that happened? Love you guys. Be safe. Those are my girls. Love them. All right. Well, what if it did that? Can your waterless wash do this? Can it do that? Nah, it can't do that. Just throw it out there. Don't Chingy, come on, son. It can't do that. Right? Your waterless wash can't do that. So, and it leaves behind a little protection. So we'll do half of it here, clean. Let's see how we get the spokes. I wish this was a lot dirtier, but you can see the browning on the tire. I want to leave that on purpose so you can see a perfect scenario. So look at that. And you can see the spot I missed. So, no, that's not clean till QD. That's a waterless wash. So what if it could darken tires? Okay, it's good. It's a great test. Let's go to the back here. Let's see how I could clean door jambs, tires, back of it, etc. It has to be slightly different. Remember, we're competing with some of the best stuff already out. Now, white car here, so you can see how dirty that mug is. I'm gonna do one spray. And what if I told you the slickness was unrivaled? So you can see that there. It was one white, one spray. Will it darken door jambs, door seals? Oh, let's test it. This is a perfect test. Would you agree? That's a little dirty. What do you think? Let's clean this up. Chingy asks, does it darken door seals? What do you think? That's how I looked. That's how I look now. Yeah, this would be slicker. Well, Yum doesn't have a waterless wash. But for Rinseless, a waterless wash, this is... What's up, David? How's everybody doing? Doing some testing, right? So now let's clean this door jamb. Like, the goal is to create a monster here. I don't want to take credit for this because it's someone else's idea, right? When I say someone else's idea, this is y'all's. And look how rich it gets. Look, I left that on purpose. Do you see that darkening effect on the black? You see that? On the black. Wow. I'm gonna leave that there just so I could just put it to the test here. Hello. Hey, shout out to Becca. She finished. She rung the bell today, everybody. Shout out to Becca. If you haven't reached out to her, Becca, I'm so happy your cancer stuff is behind you for now. We're happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. I thank God. And David, happy birthday, David. No, this is not Josh's stuff. This is our waterless wash. Waterless wash. All right. Shout out to Becca. Happy birthday, David. So I'm going to show you waterless wash in action. And then take that here. Look at that. What do you think? What do y'all think? Did what? Did you mix lightning? No, I mixed. This is just a waterless wash. Something we've been working on. We got to make some tweaks to it, but I think this will be the final formula. It does door seals. That's what the door seals look like before. That's what the door seals look like before. It cleans the plastic. It darkens plastic. It cleans paint. We saw that. Let's see if I got a door jamb that's gnarly. And you can see that down there. So let's spray that mug. Yeah. Well, guys, can't make that up. You guys can't make that up. Scent. We're still working on the scent. I want something tropical, something fruity, something nice. Did you guys see that? Did you see that? Yeah, protection for days, bro. This shit would. It's got a protection. It's got silicones, for sure. We wanted it a perfect storm. We wanted it to clean, be slick, leave behind something. Because when you do door jambs, you don't have to do door jambs and apply detail. No one wants to do that. Look at that. Look at the gloss. Oh, glass we're working on. Jimmy found something with glass, so we got to tweak one thing. Once we tweak it, we're good. The body paint, tires, rims, door jam, seals, all that good to go. Paint good to go. PPF good to go. So on PPF though, you got to watch out because if it's matte, it's gonna add some gloss. You can see that's dirty here. A couple of sprays, and then I'm gonna wipe that off. And that gloss is insane. Slickness unrivaled. So yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I always wind up adding detail spray to door jambs. Yeah, so it has protection. Okay, the goal is, how does it work on plastic? The darkest of plastic. That was a off-putting test. Like, don't do that to yourself. All right, so that's that. So Loki V2 testing, waterless wash, first impressions. What do you guys think? Where's the pH? About a 7 or 8. We tested it on gloss black. We tested it on some surfaces. You can tell the tire where we didn't do it, where we did it. What do y'all think? Pre-sale possible. What dilutions? We're gonna make it so 1-to-1. So what I like about Ultima, and Ricky messaged me because Ricky's smart. Ultima to me is one of the best waterless washers on the market from the sense of dilutions. But Defy, slickness cleaning, Adapt. You have a few others. Tack System makes one that's nuts. We want something that you could cut 1-to-1, use it all the time, still get that slickness, cleaning, etc., or use it straight to get the best darkening you can. Throwing that towel away. And scent, and we're working on the scent. I want something fresh, uplifting, summer vibes. So now I'm in the process of testing Loki, what I would consider V2. I don't know if I mixed it in the foam cannon yet. Gosh darn it, I'm stupid. I don't know if I did that crap yet. Did I? I don't remember. So this is what it looks like. The goal of this was, in the bucket, it foamed too much, right? So you really couldn't use it as a true rinseless because it was giving everybody a bad experience. So we kind of cut that crap. But I also needed to foam in a foam cannon like we did before because Loki foamed insane, right? Loki was a good foaming. So let me show you again in the bucket. Strawberry lemonade. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. All right, so everyone's aware. You remember, if this was Loki V1, I should mix the bucket up. I don't know if I have any more. The foam will never die. The sponge would aerate, and it would keep foaming. So you could do that however much you want. That's the most you're gonna get in the bucket. See what I'm saying? So that's fixed. Now, let's foam on Loki. Test it. Guys, I didn't sleep good. I think I got less than 8 hours of sleep in 2 days. Eight hours of sleep in 2 days, bro. Yeah, so, but Nemesis V2 sponge, which is the norm, or any other sponge, it shouldn't foam. So now we're gonna test Loki V2 test. See, I'm only bringing you guys on for the journey because I think you seeing it is like making the band like P. Diddy before he went to jail. Make sure this is down all the way. So there you go. So those of you transitioning need a soap for the outside, Now, the one thing that Loki did well was collapsing. So when it was like this, it collapsed. So this is 2 ounces inside of a foam cannon, 2 ounces in the bucket. Now the question is, does it collapse when water hits it? The test you and I are going to do is I'm going to take my punt sprayer, which we're going to do the rinseless wash on the other side. I don't want to contaminate my bucket by putting too much foam. This is a hyper concentrate. See that? So that is perfect. Now, when water hits, how does it react? So this is just a test, right? When water hits, how does it react? So do you see that line? So it does separate. And that's not a lot of pressure. I'm barely spraying anything. So yeah, so it passed that test. Water hits it. I'm gonna take a microfiber and see how it works, how it collapses upon itself, just to see if we get a vibe, right? The infamous double flip, which frankly, Autofiber did a number on this one. It's such a banger. Slickness. There you go. So you see the separation on there. That's actually pretty good. And that wasn't a lot of water on here. Now, if I come back up, now you see? So let me grab a drying towel. So then at this point, I'm testing how does it dry off if that's all I get. It's kind of like Fusion back in the day. And this is the best towel. This is becoming my favorite towel of the whole line. Diva V2 is insane. So what makes it so you could just wipe it off is we're using non-ionic surfactants. Remember, it's a rinseless, guys. There you go. Even on glass. Wild. Shit. It's nuts. It's nuts. Nuts. That is, look at that. You see I dried it? I'm gonna let it sit on the panel. We'll do the rinse off to give you that experience as well. But the foaming is what I want. Everything I want from a foaming rinseless. Pull the dirt down, do its thing, right? So now let's test the spray off here, see what happens. And I'm gonna change the scent. We're gonna dedicate this rinseless to Becca. So she gets to pick whatever scent she wants. There you go. Quick rinse. There you go. So it rinses. 1 ounce is gonna, 2 ounces is foamy. You know, for those people who are just getting into rinseless but still want a soap for the hot sun in California, we could use the foam rinseless in a foam cannon, did our contact wash, dried it, or you could do a foam on rinseless, let the surfactants do work, spray it off, and come in and do a contact wash. Like if it was me, I'll show you how I would use this, right? So do you see how I have some rinseless wash here on this side of the window? I would spray this off. I'll spray that off. And then I would come in with my sponge, and I wouldn't pre-spray. I'll let the water as a solvent come in with my sponge. And I would actually do a contact wash. And it's slick, real slick. And I would come in, and at that point in time, I would dry it. And I'm good to go. Then I would dry. So I could do a hybrid wash for one product because of the polymer slickness and all that. You can tell it has wetting agents by the glass. But yeah. All right, so someone said test it with 1 ounce. Okay, let me make that mixture. 1 ounce. I can't do a full foam cannon because I wasn't chasing that. And it would be, I'll set myself up for sucking, but I'll do what you want. 1 ounce to how many ounces of water? One ounce to how many ounces of water? What do you want? What are we looking for? Good evening. I want to see it. What did Bobby say? Just realized that caddy is 1 ounce to how many ounces, Bobby? We're testing new Loki V2. So what do you want? All right, I'm just gonna mix, and you guys decide. And then we're gonna rinseless wash the other side just to see how it performs as a rinseless wash, because that's what it should be, a Swiss Army knife. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do 500 mils, and you want, is it 1 ounce to 500 mils or 1 ounce to how many mils? I guess 1 ounce to 500 mils still qualifies, right? Nigeria, what's up, dude? 1 ounce in a carton, and then, okay, I could do that. Hold, please. I could do that. I don't think I have the foaming one. I don't have the foaming carton. But I'll test it anyway. All right, so 1 ounce in the carton, 1 ounce in a new foam cannon, 500 mils of water to see if it still foams is our goal. So everyone knows this is 30 mils. 30 mils is an ounce, okay? And just so you think I'm honey dicking the chat, it says 30 mils right there. And then we're gonna put 30 mils in the other foam cannon. We'll test that. We'll test the other foam cannon first. 1 second, the pickup tube broke. I got this back on the pickup tube, and then we'll foam this on and see if it foams. And then you guys saw the waterless wash, which is nuts. All right, haven't used this foamer in a while, so if it doesn't foam, it's because this is 1 ounce, okay? I mean, a lot of people like that. So we got 2 ounces and 1 ounce. So 2 ounces, 1 ounce. 1 ounce foamy. And this was in 700 mils of water. I haven't tried that part yet. We'll do that in the next test. And then he wanted me to try the carton. Yeah, for a pre-soak seems great, but a lot of people like thick foam, right? So trying to give everybody what they want. You know what Don Norman said, you design for everyone, design for no one. So 1 ounce is real good to me. Real good to me. 2 ounces is better if you love that kind of ordeal. Yeah, see, this is just a sprayer. I don't have a foamer. Riposaurus. Riposaurus, Bobby. Riposaurus. Just aware. You add more to get more foam. If you're gonna use it as a soap. 1 ounce, I think that was 2 ounces. Yeah, but the good thing about it is we fixed this part. So this was the big part that I wanted to fix. And this was what it was hard to do, but we did it. So the good part about it is, you see the bucket? What do you see that's different? You remember before, that hole was foam, son. But when we come here, slick. And you can see it's collapsing. So now I'm gonna put that in the bucket to see if it does anything. And my sponge is still gooch. You see that? No foamy sponge. So yeah, I mean, I think we're on the right track. What do y'all think? Yeah, the sponge works way better. So now I tested it foaming. The foam is good. I like the slickness. Now let's do a traditional rinseless wash on the other side. I'm gonna foam and then we'll see how it does. So for this, I just used the water that was diluted, or the solution diluted in the water. And then got the best towel in the world. Dude, this new Diva, new Diva's nuts. All right. New Diva, the GOAT was my favorite towel, period. That's actually the only towel I had like say in it. You know what I'm talking about? When you have say in it, meaning that he was like, yeah, I'll follow suit. Let's do it. This towel was all Jamie, and my Lord is it wild. I'm gonna let the soap sit to see how it does when it dries. We'll go on this side. So now, how does it work as a rinseless wash? Oh, I have the brush here. I should do the test. If you're just tuning in, we're just testing a few products. Our waterless wash got tested. You saw that? So now, the pre-soak, if you just want to do a normal rinseless wash, right? The normal guys, the purists, don't want crap to foam. So I'm gonna let that actually sit and dry to see what it does. Because it should still perform like a rinseless wash, right? That would be a good idea. So like make a higher pH. Palladio does it so well though, man. It's just remaking something that is done to perfection is kind of hard, especially when they have those VDA certifications, but we could give a stab at it. So I'm doing a typical rinseless wash for the purists. You don't want no foam in your hands. You don't want no foams in the bucket. You want it verge of dripping. And I'm looking at slickness. Slickness is real good. I mean, is it the slickest in the world? No, but it's still on par with current Loki, which is pretty slick. Yeah, it's on par with current Loki, which is kind of cool. This is surfactant based on glass. You see how it dried off? It did real good on glass. The wipe off is perfect. Yeah, slickness on wipe off is great. Now remember, this is going to be more surfactant based, so you're not going to get Nemesis slickness because we have a hybrid. This is surfactant based. It does have some polymers, but it's just for wetting, meaning we're using it to add lubrication on the clean. So typical rinseless for the purists, right? This is how people would just do it, or you get a Sun Joe. That Sun Joe was a hitter. Yo, Ching put me onto that Sun Joe, bro. That Sun Joe was the truth. Yeah. Oh, yeah, squeaky clean, bro. The bucket does get dirty. Yeah, it's great. All right, I'm happy. So it foams. Now we gotta do a test with the wash pad if I'm gonna use it as a shampoo. So rinseless check, slickness check. Like remember, if I wanted, when you want it to be yum slickness, I have to give away some things. Yum slickness will not foam in a foam cannon. So I'm giving you more foam in a foam cannon. Will it be as slick as yum rinseless? No. Would it be as slick as Nemesis V1? Yes. Which should suffice for the masses. So now we're gonna do a contact wash with a goat. I mean a microfiber pad to get that feel of it foamed on. Wash Junior. Do we have what Eddie is testing? It is a brand new take. Self-healing capabilities, less prone to clogging. LM graphene, diamond. Oh, versus Odin V2. Diamond is made to be self-healing. Odin V2 is not. Diamond, LM graphene, probably the same realm. Where Odin V2 being a little more slick than Diamond. Diamond over time gets slicker. I hope I didn't confuse you. All right, Wash Boss V2. I'm gonna foam the whole car again. We're gonna do a contact wash as if it's soap, and let's get that vibe. Oh, sorry guys. Let me flip you around, my fault. I'll get the perfectly safe brush. I want to see if it stacks on top of each other. Yep, does a good job. Great soap. This does solve the age-old adage. Can one product do many things? Yeah. If you're a soap guy, you can use this for soap. Lean on the polymers to help with that wetting. I said I was gonna let this side dry, but I lied. I'm gonna wash it. All right, let me get the perfectly safe brush. Put this here. Let's see how it interacts. You guys were asking about the perfectly safe brush, right? It would be as good as soft wash. More than Nemesis, because it has to be. It's just surfactant heavy. All right, so I have my rinseless solution in the bucket. So I'm gonna test it with the wash pad, get it wet. Look at guys, oh my Lord, that's slick. As a soap, oh my gosh. That doesn't even, it does collapse real nice. Holy crap, look at this. Didn't do nothing, what a piece of shit. There it goes. It was too much on the top. There it goes. All right, on the paint surface, this is real slick. Yeah, slick. This part of the car is not coated, so even on a non-coated surface, it's still slick. All right, so it's got everything I want from a wash pad. Cool. Let's try the brush. Put that back in my solution. You remember, Loki V1 would have been terrible. It would have like foamed the whole bucket, which is not, it's not bad. I'm just saying, for me, I wanted something of a perfect storm. All right, that's good. That's good. All right. So the PSB, let's test that. Yeah, not grabby at all. Test it on the panel. Get the roof. That's pleasant. It's good. It's a vibe. All right, brush check, wash pad check, rinseless wash check. The bucket. See if I could. Now I'm trying to test it to agitate it. If that's the most I get and it dies down, I'm actually happy with that. Guys, this is a big day today. Becca rang the bell. She's done with treatment. Praise God. David Neo's birthday today. Chingy's back home. And we might have found what Nemesis should have been in this product here. Dude, I'm pressing hard too. I'm trying to see if this scratches. Cool. I'm gonna rinse that off. Good day today so far, y'all. My dad is coming to my shop tomorrow. He's flying in for the first time to my house ever. So I'm gonna make a video with my dad. He wants to shoot a video in the studio. And I'm gonna teach him how to actually rinse this wash. And then we got a surprise for my dad. So hopefully we could capture that. That'd be dope. Love my dad, dude. What a stud. And my mom's coming. Love her too. Look at that rinse off. Teach my dad to burn. You guys want to see something nuts? It's my wife's new car. If I showed you what diamond looked on that, it was freaking insane. Shout out to Pocatello. Finally, the sun's out. Tell me what you see. I need to get that repainted. I'm gonna get it repainted. It's insane. Can't believe I did it to my own car. All right, I'll have my dad apply tire dressing. I see that I got DIY. That's all he likes. That and he likes Guardian straight. And look, I told you this had no protection. You see it's flat. There we go. So then my question, I have a question now. Oh my Lord, you guys ready for this test? Conway, I love you, dude. I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing okay. So check this out. So you saw the waterless wash we got. Can you guys see that? Let me get a W in chat if you see that. Can you see that? Hello, chat. Hello. You see that's dead, right? The question now becomes, can we use our waterless wash as a spray on or rinse off product? What if that works? What if that works? Hello, everybody. If that works, I'm ending the live. Can you guys see this? Yes or no? Yeah? Yes? I'm waiting till you respond. This is waterless wash. It's just a spray on rinse off. Let's try it again. Waterless wash, guys. I'm gonna. That's effing nuts. First time doing it that way. That's broken. First time doing it that way. Waterless wash. First time. Oh my gosh, bro. What? What am I witnessing? Look at those beads, bro. Holy shoot. My goodness. Let me see if it stains if I do it too much. It just made it more hydrophobic. Look. Look at those beads, bro. Look at those beads. Ah, that's I can't. That is effing nuts. All right, I had a dead door somewhere. Let's try it on this dead door. I can't believe that. I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know what kind of demons are in this cup or an angel. Wow. Wow. Good Lord. Wow. You know, there's things in life that shock me, right? Chingy having everything inside his car shocked me. This. Wow. From a waterless wash, bro. That was from a waterless wash. Look, I'm gonna show you guys again. From a waterless wash. You guys see this? That's from a waterless wash. Wow. Wow. All right. Hydrophobics on that are good. Hydrophobics are good. Let's see what we got here. Waterless wash. Hydrophobics are good, but let's test it on this part. So Katupa's been on here for 18 months. I'm taking it off. I'm gonna put GT on here for the test. I have video coming soon, so I'm gonna polish that off. So check this out. You see that's flat here, right? Would you agree? If I get closer, can you see that? You see how it's like sheeting? Where the other panels are like super hydrophobic? Let's see. I'm gonna call this waterless wash the one. That's it. That's the name of it. What am I watching? Let's overspray. Let's see what happens. That means that a dry application is going to be a monster. And that's all that means. Wow. See if I let it sit. If I let it sit, did you see that? Oh my good Lord. That is, I can't. Wow. The glass is already hydrophobic. Wow. Cool. I wonder if it works on like wheels. What do you guys think? You think we should try it on some wheels? Because if we try it on wheels and it works, just try it on wheels. All right, first let's see if these are hydrophobic. No, they're dead. Bro, it works on effing wheels, guys. Guys. It works on wheels. Holy cow, I cannot. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. All right, guys. This is where we at. Hope Jamie watched that. Because we're just testing this waterless wash. Wow. How does it work? And see, I don't want to use that drying because if it's doing that, it's going to break my towel. It's a waterless wash, Conway. It darkens plastic. It darkens rims. It darkens door jambs. It removes dirt, so it has surfactants in it. It's silica base. It darkens seals. It darkens everything. How much for a gallon? Not sure yet. Kalahila, Thor's sister. She's baddie. She's a baddie. Loki slaps. Hold on, let me see. Let me see this Loki. Loki V2 did God's work. Got to do more tests though. I got to test it. Because sometimes I'll be psyching myself out and it turns out to be trash. This water wash show's freaking nuts. Water wash is broken. Matte Restore is the goal. You got to get Jamie on board. This is Loki. The new rule for Loki is dilute it to what you want. If you want thick foam, use more. If you want less foam, use less. You saw that. It builds on top of itself, but then it collapses. You see how it's coming down? I got to get some more for you and Chingy because he wants to try it too. Yeah, that's cool. All right, that's cool. For Rinseless wash should be that nice. That's what I want. All right, I'm happy with that mug. So let me see. I might have enough to send you and him like 2 ounces each. Okay, I'm gonna end the live right now. You gotta, babe, this is the new Loki. It's nuts. All right, love you. Oh, we got a new, oh, check this out, check this out, check this out. So that's dead. That's, you see that? All right, cool. Good test. Oh Lord. Someone who is YB. Let me see. Let me see him out. Let me see. See you, bud. See ya. Tell your mom I said hi. All right, check this out. I'm not making that up, right? That was gone. You saw the paint on that, right? Oh my gosh, bro. Wow. That is. All right, now we got to test it as a drying aid. All right, let me rinse the whole car off. I got to dry this and then go from there. I don't know if waterless wash is meant to be used as a drying aid, but we'll test it. Yeah, it has protection in it for sure. This one, it's waterless wash. I want it to protect your jams. Uh-oh, we got another flat spot. Uh-oh, I'm not, oh. Oh, that's dead. That's dead. Let me see if it sprays. Oh my gosh. Oh, those beats suck. Let's try it on here. So we come out with the one, and we say it could be used as a rinse aid. It could be used as a waterless wash. It darkens plastic. You can use it on glass. I think we got a winner. I think we got something. Oh, that's flat. Sit this. Yep. All right, I'm gonna use it as a drying aid. See what happens. I'm about to break this out. Yeah, slick. It's a drying aid, all right. That's slick, bro. Woo! Mike G's in the house. I can never say I didn't top this car because she's top, guys. This is it's gonna be pretty stout, and you can feel a slickness difference already. Okay. Drying aid check. Okay. Waterless wash, drying aid, rinse aid. Nice. Lightning? No, I never have a streak. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get it. I love lightning. Man, this Diva pink is insane. It's insane. Yeah, I've never had lightning streak at all. In no conditions. But I'm not saying it can't happen because things do change batch by batch. So just cut it in half. I would just use water in it and see what your vibe is. Man, this Diva is so good. So good. So guys, we have done some things today that have blown my mind. Yeah, Rico, use that cut that mug. See what happens. Detail coat, soft wash, lightning, tire dressing slaps, wheel acid. It's an acid too, so just make sure you wear PPE. It's an acid. So if you hear the words wheel acid, nope, it's an acid. All right, and then wear PPE. You should be Gucci. Well, I can't say that because if you inhale it on accident, that's between you and the good Lord. But what I'm saying is, when you use it, PPE, rinse thoroughly, should be good. All right, car is clean. Soft wash, Nemesis, if you're a rinseless guy, but you're not. You look, you mobile detail a lot, right? So I'm going off of you mobile detailing. Wow. Hello, everybody. So we just did a preview of the new Loki that we're testing. And so far, Loki V2 does everything I want it to do. Waterless wash testing probably does more than what we wanted to do, but we're going to call it the one. That hole is going to be the one. No rice and beans. Oh, she made chicken and rice. Chicken and rice. Yeah, so what do you guys think so far about everything you saw in this video? Oh, the taco truck didn't do. The taco truck did not have. I ended up eating steak. And shout out to Frankie for bringing me a coffee. And at the end of the whole detail, Chingy had a cooler of man stuff and telling me when you feel like you have been in the sun all day long, because we were in the sun all day long, man, it was nuts. Yeah, so I don't know. The water wash, I didn't know did that. So that was a off use. How long does it last? I have no idea. That's gonna have to be another test for another day. The rinseless wash did real good. It did everything I wanted it to do. You know what I'm saying? The rinseless wash did everything I wanted it to do. But yeah. Any other comments, thoughts? If not, I'm gonna go hang out with my wife. My dad comes tomorrow. Cannot wait. He's never been to my house. I'm excited. Thank you all for coming on and watching all this. Becca, congratulations. F Cancer Conway, I hope you're doing better. David, happy birthday, bro. Hope you you get to hang out. Chingy, thanks again for driving, or everyone who made it. Chingy and his fam and everyone who came out to support us at Josh's place. That to me was one of the funnest I've had in a long time. Just hanging with the boys, detailing in the hot sun. Detailing in the hot sun is nuts. The real question is, have you tried Yum Interior as a cleaner? I haven't. Mike G was there with his pops. His pops is such a cool dude. Mike, you got nice hair, bro. Mike G, only Latino I know that has hair that nice. Still thick. He's like the Johnny Bravo of detailing. Hey, baby. Hey, let me comb my hair, baby. Yeah, I always wanted it to be like that. So when I got to the point where we were big enough, I wanted you all to experience the testing I'm going through now. Does Loki need a little more refinement? Maybe. Do I think it's good enough? I got to test it 5 more times because that's how I do tests. I need Jamie to test in his hot weather to see how it works with his foam cannon. I tested 2 different foam cannons, different dilutions, tested like a rinseless wash. But yeah. ETA. I sold the truck so I could get a lower payment. April is the vibe that May is going to put the house on sale, and then from there, however long it takes. I've never polished in 90-degree weather. It was a treat. It was actually. Where are you going? You're going to the park to eat with my bowls and spoons. Man, I'm so proud of you guys. That's how we used to do it, but we never brought the plates back. Mom used to slap us up. I love you guys. Hey, you got your phone? Yeah, it was kind of double click the middle of the screen. Oh, do I do that? No, okay. Anyway, everybody, I'm gonna go hang out with my wife. Thank you all for coming on for live. There are 2 more products I need to test. When they come, I'll test them. But 2026 is the year of Detail Co. for sure. We want to really focus on growing our brand, and then as our partners helps us grow their brands, this car is going to get recoated. The Katsuba, let me tell you about the Katsuba amount. Katsuba ceramic coating lasts what they said it lasts. In the winter condition, I had it through 2 winters. it lasts. 90% of the car is still good. There was some spots that were failing, but it's over 18 months, right? It was 2 SEMAs ago that I applied it on here, and it did well. It did perform. I think I could have got another summer, almost half another winter. I'm gonna be putting Garage Therapy Cerebus on this. I'm gonna be washing, coating, all that as a video coming up. Sorry for the delays. I've just been traveling and all the lives happening. I've been liking that a little more. But that's gonna get this. We're gonna do a long-term test on that. I do have a panel of Yum in the front and the side. So I might keep one of the panels to see how that lasts. Like I think I have 4, 2, and 6 on that. But yeah, this one's gonna get that one. Waterless wash is coming for sure. Yeah, Dan, I need you to do a video on the wax. The wax. All right, appreciate everyone, and have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out and being part of it. Again, great seeing everybody in Josh's place. Mike, Chingy, David, Alan, Al, Frankie and his wife. Bro, there were so many people. I can't name them all, bro. I can't. The guy who drove 2.5 hours and was there before me. Thank you. I don't have his name. I forgot. But it was so busy. I appreciate everyone, and we'll see you next time. I'm out.